Oh, and the creme de la Edgar. Please disregard the squeaking. I'm getting ready for water aerobics. Well, I'm ready for water aerobics. I'm just waiting on my mom to get here. Dogs. The dogs are full of energy. I am still kind of half asleep, but I go about once a week to water aerobics because my favorite instructor teaches on today. She gives a good workout. Plus, I like when we do like this rocking horse move. Your two legs are like this and then I can't. Let me try with my other hand. You go like this, you go like this in the water, and she makes a horse sound. She's like, ee! I can't really do it that well. She goes, ee! Every time, and it's pretty funny, and I like that about her. So, I only go once a week to water aerobics, because it just kind of, it takes a big chunk of the day. So I'm still doing it. It's just not 3 times a week anymore. I'm surrounded by dogs. Ew, Doug. And cats. There's Charles on his box. Charles! Hello, Wedgman.
Hello.
I forgot my watch. Go, maybe. Go, maybe. Go. For the 3rd time now, I am going to try to make a sourdough starter from scratch. If you don't know, making your own sourdough starter is a 7-day process, and that's just to make the yeast to make the bread. Making the bread is like a whole other involved day of baking to make sourdough bread. It's a whole thing. The first attempt was successful and I made bread that was delicious, but then I let my sourdough starter die. Which was a little sad, but I guess I wasn't ready to be a mom. There was like a lot of upkeep, but then I read an article later on that you could keep the sourdough starter in the fridge and not have to feed it every day. It's like every 2 weeks you do a feeding. I don't know. Anyways, so let the first one die. The second one, I made it to like day 4 or 5, like I had a couple of days left, and when I opened the jar, I noticed mold at the top, so that one had to be thrown away. I was a little bit curious. I was like, well, I'm supposed to be cultivating something alive, so is mold okay? And the internet says no, do not eat the mold. If your starter gets moldy, you throw it away. And so I was a little bit disheartened after 5 days of babying that last one, and I let it go for a couple of weeks, and now I'm back in it, making the sourdough starter. I got my notes. The peanut butter and apples are not part of the bread. They're just because I want a little snack. Just gonna start out by recording the weight of the jar in grams. I have really been interested lately in making my own food, like from scratch. I tried to make pho the other day, like broth from actual bones, which I've never done before. I guess it's something that people do all the time, and it's not really that big of a deal. Beef marrow bones, which kind of make me nervous, but I'm still on the fence on whether it was good or not. No, Charles. No, you don't. I go back and forth in my head. The broth ended up being a bit salty, but bread, however, is very interesting to me. I have never really been a baker. I'm more of a cook. Baking requires more attention to detail. It requires less improv and more following the directions to get the outcome you want, or else sometimes you end up with blueberry muffins that taste like poison because you used baking soda instead of powder, or vice versa. I'm not sure what mistake I made, but those were vile. But sourdough bread especially is interesting to me because I did a food test a while back and it showed that I had a gluten sensitivity. I don't think I'm celiac or anything like that. I think it just causes some inflammation or whatever, which I guess is a pretty common thing for people with PCOS. It's usually like gluten dairy is kind of iffy as far as like the inflammation thing goes. I don't know if that's like accurate, that's just what I've heard, but I can't tell you where I heard it from. You know what I mean? It's one of those things. But sourdough, because of, I don't know, I guess like the process or what's in it, it doesn't contain as much gluten, or there's something about it that just makes it easier on the system. And I want to make some myself because I feel like I can, and I feel like, I don't know, I'm just in like this weird like homesteady place. I am interested in all that jazz because I've been really enjoying cooking lately. Like I, for the first time in my life, would rather cook at home than go out to eat, which is a new thing for me. I'm actually going out to eat tonight, funny enough. Like me, my mom, and Steven are all going to a sushi place. Sushi's something I haven't attempted at home yet, so I feel fine going out for sushi. But for the most part, I would rather cook at home. It feels better to know like what's in stuff, control the portion. I get a satisfaction from making something. Like the other night when I made like the pho, I was putting in spices I've never used, like black cardamom pods and yellow lump sugar and star anise. I just had all these different ingredients that I've never used before, and I was like stirring this big pot with this large wooden spoon, and I kind of felt like a witch or something, like casting an incantation, making a potion, even though it just made mediocre pho. I need to clean my finger before I think about the peanut butter. But yeah, so that is it for the day one of the making of the starter. It really like takes no time at all. It's just remembering to do it every single day, which is hard for me because oftentimes I don't even know what day it is. But so got this going. Don't mold.
Everywhere
I'm going a little bit rogue for breakfast this morning. I am making up a thing. We don't really have enough ingredients to make like a traditional breakfast. We only have like 3 eggs left over. Steven eats like 4 at a time. Plus, I need to go grocery shopping. Been doing pretty good lately as far as like not wasting food. There have been a couple of instances where kind of ate some questionable things, or like Steven ate pretty much a whole watermelon by himself the other night so it wouldn't go bad. But I had some leftover rice in the fridge from a dinner, and I have about 3 eggs and then a whole medley of vegetables that are gonna rot. So I figured I would throw together, sorry, this onion is killing me. I figured I'd throw together like some kind of breakfast fried rice situation. I don't know if it's gonna taste good, but I'm gonna try it. So come along with me on this journey. This onion's so freaking bad. Bacon in the oven is a game changer. If you haven't tried it, highly recommend. 400 degrees for like 20 minutes and no grease splatters everywhere or micro burns from the poppin'. I ended up adding a scoop of cottage cheese to the eggs, not only to make them fluffy, but also to add protein, and it kind of freshens these old hoes up. But then it was strictly business, sauteing the vegetables, adding the egg and scrambling, chucking in the old rice, and I ended up seasoning with coconut aminos, which is a soy sauce alternative. It's supposed to be better for you because soy can kind of mess with your hormones. I don't really know. I just do it. Then I add the green onions and the cooked bacon in the last moments, mixing them in, and it is done. Pretty straightforward and can definitely be made with whatever you got laying around in the fridge. Plus, it's kind of a break from the regular breakfast foods. I set out to make breakfast fried rice, and I made breakfast fried rice. I don't know how I feel about bacon and fried rice, but it's good. Well, today has been a pretty long day. I've been gone all day. I filmed virtually none of it, but we went to Denver, finished cleaning Steven's apartment, just like vacuuming, wiping down stuff so he gets a deposit back. Went to Target, and Michael's up there, and I went a little bit crazy. So I figure we will do a little bit of a Target Michael's haul. Let's start with Target. I always seem to go a little bit nuts in Target, so I don't like to go there often, because I don't know what it is about that store, but like the cuteness of like the little things gets to me. Target has an aesthetic like no other. It just, there's a bunch of like cute little things that I don't really need, but I want to look at always. So immediately went into the store, and they have that little dollar spot section. It's like this little rectangle of shelves where all of things are like maybe $1 to $5 in that section. Sorry if you could hear the dryer going full force, slapping all around, but it's just gonna be the ambiance of this section of the video. But first thing I found was these cute little jack-o'-lantern mugs. Steven has now joined me in my tea drinking ceremony in the nighttime, so those will be cute for that. I'm actually getting very excited for the holiday season, which is pretty much unlike me. Like, I always liked Halloween, but I'm actually excited for Christmas and stuff to start coming, so there's gonna be a lot more decorations this year. I found this little oven mitt. It's a little ghost, and it says many have eaten here, few have died. Always need a mitt, and honestly, like most of these Halloween decorations are probably gonna end up just staying around all year. They just will. I got these little ghost plates, these little ghost serving trays. I am not sure what I would serve on them, but they're ghost shaped. We had to do it to them. We had to get the tea towels as well. This one's pretty plain. It just says boo. Black and white stripes. Pumpkins. Another pumpkin. Had to get a ghost throw. She's gonna be used all year round. Oh, and the creme de la Edgar. These little ghost pillows. These were also in the dollar spot. These were $5 a piece, and I nearly shat myself. They're just everything. I found them tucked like underneath one of the shelves in the very back, and I got both of them. So sorry if you're in the Denver Target area and you don't find any ghosts, because I probably snatched them all up. I'm just drinking a little V8. It's really like just miniature can. I used to have V8s all the time when I was a kid, and I was like, I'm healthy as fuck because I'm drinking a V8. I love them. It tastes like cold soup, but it's everything. Next, just kind of like little household things. I got this tray. I figure I could put it like on that thing, so maybe it'd look less crazy, which it's kind of a catch-all for all my nonsense anyway, so it'll probably never not look crazy, but then there's like a little apparatus to chuck some keys or sunglasses or whatever. I got this candle. She smells like pumpkin woods, and the jar part matches my couch. ASMR. Then I got like these pajama jogger bottoms. These are so soft and luxurious. I just want to dye in them. And this is what I was saying, that I was getting excited for like Christmas and stuff, because I'm already like planning out my Christmas jammies like a child. And I also, of course, had to get them in green as well. This one has like this like stripe ribbing on it. She's cute. And I got the matching tank top for it too. So I have like a little pajama set, which normally I just wear like this ginormous oversized t-shirt with some cartoon character to bed, but look at us, grown up. I also got this Japanese barbecue sauce. I don't know if it's good, but I like the little octopus guy. I was like, we could give it a go. How bad could it be? It's way more watery than I'm used to, but probably delicious. I don't know. Is that it for the Target haul? Nope. I got a gua sha. I don't know why. It was just on an end cap, and I was like, let me try that. So there's not much backstory there. And also I found these sour watermelon slices. Has less than 1 gram of sugar. I haven't had like great luck with these kinds of things in the past. Like, I don't know, but I'm literally at a loss for words. I don't know if it's because I'm tired or because I just cannot figure out if these are good or not. Like, they're definitely not bad. They would definitely maybe stave off some kind of sugar craving. But would I eat a package of these and not want regular sour gummies? I don't know. I'm gonna go with I like these. They have 25 grams of fiber. Okay, go off. That's pretty good. 70 calories per package. 42 grams of carbs, of course. 0 protein, 0 fat. Made with stevia. Usually I don't love stevia, so I don't know. This is pretty surprising. I like these. Okay, work. Okay, now, Michael's. I love Michael's. I'm so sad that I don't have one in town. There is so much of those little watermelon candies stuck in my teeth right now. I feel it, so apologies for whatever you're about to see in my mouth hole, like while I'm talking to you, but we can't control it. We don't have time for that. Steven is supposed to be like the one in the relationship that like reels it in, but he got 2 more candles. This one is sweet sunflower, and this one is hot buttered rum. And both of them smell good, and they were on sale for like 2 for $7 or something like that, so I don't know. But I started getting a headache because he kept coming up to me and like making me smell all of the different fragrances. And I was just like, you need to pick whatever you like and go away. But the reason that we were there, the reason for the season, was because I decided that I am going to take up crochet. I didn't really research this that well, but I was like, I could figure this out. So I got an assortment of hooks, and we've got a bevy of yarn. And I've got projects saved on Pinterest that I want to try. And that's all we know so far. I also, of course, got another mixed media sketchbook, because this is the size paper that I do the recipe cards on, and more paintbrushes. And that's all. So I guess that's gonna do it for this video. I hope you all are having a wonderful day, and I will see you on the next one. Bye!